Okay, I got a battle. It was not me battling, it was my friend, and he starts out. The opponent starts out with the Aerodactyl. He starts out with the Smeargle. The Aerodactyl goes with Taunt, so Smeargle can't go for the, whatever the fuck it was going for. He switches to a Dusknoir. His Aerodactyl sets up Stealth Rock, and then he goes for a Rock Slide on the Dusknoir. It really doesn't do anything, except it flinches me. So I don't know what I don't know what he was going for. Probably Will-O-Wisp, right? Yeah. Yeah, he goes for Will-O-Wisp now after another Rock Slide, and it hits. Now his Aerodactyl's not going to do anything to Dusknoir at all. It's not going to do any damage whatsoever. Goes for another Rock Slide, and I go for a Pain Split. And, yeah, I get barely any HP back. And, right here, I'm pretty sure he goes for a Thunder Punch after he goes for a Taunt. And, yeah. So that's gonna take out the Aerodactyl right here. No more Aerodactyl. So I could bring in the Smeargle whenever I want, put something to sleep, and go for whatever. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that anyway, anytime soon. Now he sends in his Magnezone. I send in Swampert, or well, my friend sends in Swampert. He goes for Thunderbolt. It doesn't do anything because it's like yeah. And I'm pretty sure he was thinking that this had Earthquake, and so he switched out, being scared. But my friend goes for the Surf, predicting he'd bring in something that would be able to, resist the Earthquake pretty easily. He sends in his Metagross. He goes for Light Screen and Reflect. I go for Roar. The Weavile gets brought in, and I got the rocks up already, and the Weavile is gonna get some damage from the rocks. He brings back in a Magnezone, and I figure, he's figuring go for Roar again until the Light Screen and Reflect wears off, and it brings the Weavile back in and gets more Stealth Rock damage on the bastard. The Weavile goes for a Night Slash. Night Slash doesn't really. He gets a critical hit, so it does less than 200. The Roar again. It brings in a Metagross. So I think he's gonna go for a Meteor Mash here, but he misses. I get the Roar off. It brings back in the Weavile again. It takes it down. Now it's at about a third of its health, or what? No, it's at about a quarter of its health. Now he goes for the Night Slash again, and this time I think it gets no, not max damage. It tickles, doesn't do anything. Go for the Surf. Surf doesn't kill thanks to the Light Screen. But now if I roar it out and or whatever, it'll die by Stealth Rocks. But my friend's just gonna go for the Surf here, just so that way he doesn't have Death Fodder for later or something. So yeah. So the Weavile is down. He's up 6-0. I mean 6-4. Yeah, he's up 6-4. Brings in the Metagross again, and he goes for a Meteor Mash and he missed, and he gets a Roar off. He has a Salamence now, and the Salamence intimidates the Swampert, but it's not gonna do anything to the Swampert. He goes for a Crunch. I don't know why he went for the Crunch, because that was retarded. And now he's gonna die by an Ice Beam. And since the Light Screen has wore off, it will most definitely kill it now. So that's two Pokemon down just by the Swampert, and one Pokemon down by the Dusknoir. So he's down three Pokemon because of his pure stupidity. He brings back in the Magnezone, knowing my full moveset now. He goes for Hidden Power, which is Hidden Power Grass. I don't know why he just didn't say it and go that for the first place. Probably because he thought he was slower and was gonna get EQ'd and die. My friend brings in an Infernape. He's gonna go for a Earthquake. He brings in his Dusknoir of his own. Earthquake's not really gonna do all that much damage to the Dusknoir, but this is a mixed ape, so he's gonna be able to Flamethrower it, and the Flamethrower is gonna do a pretty good chunk of damage. Yeah, it does a pretty good chunk. It takes him into red. The Dusknoir goes for a Trick, and it switches the Lagging Tail for a Life Orb, and don't understand why. Anyways, he goes for a Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak gets a critical hit, takes him down to 33. Life Orb does enough damage to where, yeah, doesn't kill itself, but Flamethrower would have killed it anyway. He brings back in the Metagross. Now that I'm slower, he can go for a Hammer Arm, and that's gonna make his Metagross slow, and yeah. So Infernape goes down. Now is the perfect time to bring in the Smeargle. So he gets Spore off, and huh? Yeah. Well, he gets the Spore off, goes to the Night Supply, predicting the switch into Magnezone, and then he wakes up. If he didn't wake up, he would have gone for a Sword Dance and then transformed into Metagross or Magnezone. So that way, whatever he brought, so that way, when you transform, you get their stats and you have the raise too. So bring in Togekiss, go for the Thunder Wave, predicting to switch out to Magnezone. He gets up a light screen. Now he's paralyzed. My friend's just gonna go for the air slash to flinch him, and it hits, it flinches. It doesn't do any damage though, really, because the light screen is not very effective. He goes for it again. He hits. It flinches again. So that's really good right now. Go for the air slash again, miss. He goes for the meteor mash, and then he misses the meteor mash. So now, really, the luck hex is pretty damn good on my side right now. Go for the air slash again and get another flinch. Go for the air slash yet again, and he finally is able to get off a meteor mash and hit it this time. It doesn't really do all that much damage. It takes me down. Doesn't even take me down halfway. Go for the air slash again, and it flinches again. Now, right here, I think the light screen doesn't wear off yet. Go for the air slash again. He flinches again. Now the light screen wears off, and go for air slash. It's not very effective, obviously. It doesn't flinch, so it sucks. Yeah, he got a light screen up again. Go for the air slash one last time, get a critical hit, and it kills the Metagross. Now he's just down to his Magnezone, I think. Yeah, Magnezone, which, it's not really going to do that much to it. Turns out his Magnezone was faster than Togekiss, and it gets a Thunderbolt off, and then it turns out to be a critical hit? No, not a crit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just super effective. Whatever. And then it's pretty sure it's choice spec. Get the Thunder Wave, and just gonna go for the R Trigger. I would have just roosted and got some HP back, and the Thunderbolt wouldn't have did that much. But then again, I don't really know. The Thunderbolt's gonna kill the Togekiss, and I still got Scizor left and Dusknoir, but I'm gonna bring in the Scizor, knowing I'm gonna be faster. I can just go for the superpower. Well, he can just go for the superpower, and it's gonna kill the Magnezone. And I get attack fall and defense fall, but that's not really gonna matter because I defeated his Magnezone. Anyway, it was just a good battle, aside from his retardedness.